Welcome to Fishing Minty. You're joining me today on a Waggler fishing session on Upper Tamar Lake. It is my last chance to fish the lake before my annual pass runs out. So I'm hoping to catch a few roach and perch. I'm starting off on the peg just to the left of the gorse-boar bush, and I'm just going to be casting just alongside that tree. We've had lots of rain the last day. It's dried off I think overnight, so the day before that it was just torrential rain the whole day. All the local roads are flooded. The level of the water hasn't increased much since I came a couple of weeks ago, so I guess it's pretty much full, and just any excess water is just streaming over the dam wall down that end. But brought a minimal setup with me. I've got my normark Titan Waggler rod, an original 80s one, not the new range that they've re-released. My Nash telescopic dwarf landing net handle, and my Dinsmore triangular net. And then this is normally my bait bag, MGT bait bag, real good value for money. But today it's just my tackle bag, so I've got a camera bag, got the water, sling in hope, some luggage scales. I got what's left of a tub of worms from my last match on Blue Canal, about half a pint of fluoro pinkies, and just some nice my Waggler tube, and I might be starting off with the Drennan Wag 3.5 gram, nice and heavy so I can cast far out, partially loaded. Obviously hook box, shot plummet, and B506 reel. And then this is just a little EVA case which will carry all my essentials in: discorder, knife, scissors, stopwatch, you name it, it all fits in there. So I just take that with me, so I've got everything with me whenever I go on a session. And I've got some little size 20 carp maggots or silverfish pellet hooks as well if I need to go really fine. Let's see how we get on. So I'll set my rod and reel up now. I've got my Wag float on, held on by two matrix rubber line stops. Normally I'd use shot, but because I'm planning to move to different pegs and I might be trying different locations, it just makes it a lot easier to change your depth within seconds. I've then got number 4 shots, a couple of inches apart, just above a 6-inch hook length, on which I've got a Preston N20 hook. I'm just about to plumb the depth. I don't know whether you noticed on my overview of my tackle, but I didn't bring a seat with me today, so it's quite handy these pegs that I started using last time when I was trying to lure fish. They've got a nice bank behind just to lean against, so I just decided that the seat, although I've got a lightweight bench, what's it called, octopus stool, it's nice and light to carry. I just thought I can get away without a seat. I can just lean against these little ledges or sit on the floor. It's just one less thing to carry then. When I'm being mobile, I've just got my one bag over my shoulder and then a rod and a landing net in each hand. So I'll just plumb the depth like I said earlier. I'm going to start fishing at least just under this tree. So wherever depth there, there's not much depth to it, so maybe I need to start. There's a grebe, isn't it? I thought it was a cormorant, it was a grebe. I don't know if they're there. The fishes as well. Now their float's sitting slightly higher there, but not by much, so I think that is pretty much just a fraction out of depth. So I'm going to leave it at that depth and then just fish that distance there. So what we got there, just over 2 feet. See how we get on. It might be we just have to fish deeper in the open water to find some fish. I think that was our first bite. Let's just get moving the pinky box to force them out, and then look back. I couldn't see the float. And I think it was because it had gone under rather than me not being able to see it. When you look away and then look back, it's like, oh, where's it gone? I don't think that was the case at the time. Yes, see that into our first fish of the day. A little roach, a couple of ounces. It wasn't my imagination then. It's a pretty little autumn roach. Got a cormorant there on the white boy, stretching out its wings. Actually, it's quite interesting as it's stretching its wings out, the whole buoy's spinning around, so you should be able to look around the lake, see where he wants to target next without even having to move his own body. He's using the buoy as a turntable. Into our second one. There's some more roach and a little worm head. There we are. Oops. Off it goes. And a third of the day. Almost straight after the last one, this is. I fired some fluoro pinks in with a catapult just a few minutes ago, so hopefully that's just attracted them around to that spot. It's in the wrong hand, but pretty much the same size. Dare I say it's slightly bigger. So I'm just trying double pinky on the hook this time because it really takes time cutting off the worm. So if you're going to take pinky anyway, I might as well use that because it's a lot quicker. Is that voice right away? And I think it might have just still been settling from when I put the rod down. Yeah, I'm into another one. And double fluoro pinky. The small roach. Perfect for this tackle. There we are. I'll leave those pinkies on. Good enough to catch other fish. And we're into another one. Fighting the same again, so I assume it's another carbon copy. Fifth roach of the day, slightly smaller again. One thing I didn't bring with me is a rag. Luckily there's plenty of wet grass to wet my hands on. Instant bite that time. That must have been on the drop. There we are. Another roach. So the cormorant's just gone off the buoy. Decided to have a swim around in my peg. You can see the oil slick on the surface there. He's just dived under. Not sure where he is now. There he is. Just going back up again. Hopefully he's not going to kill the peg for me. It's miles further out from where I'm fishing, but they cover a lot of ground or water. So yeah, it's got a bit quiet over the last few minutes. So I'll just swap back to a wormhead. I'm trying to think if it's since the cormorant went in the water. So far on 6 roach, 6 on the worm before I moved over to pinky. Sorry, 3 on the worm before I moved over to pinky. And 3 on pinky. So I've moved back to worm now, just to see if it makes a difference after it's gone quiet. There, that's a bite. Maybe the worm has tempted them back, or that's just a coincidence or not, I don't know. Another stump the same. Let's find if any perch yet. Get another fish out of that worm. Right on the limit to my availability then, that float. A little roach. I just have to trim the worm down again. Feels a better one. Maybe this is a perch. Yes, it is. Giving yourself away straight away. Battle. So, first perch today. Same size as the roach. He's not going to put his fin up for me, but just that little bit more of a battle. Too slow on that one. Put my rod down so I could put my hands in my pocket. And then it went under. Try sitting on rod as well. Yeah, rod's a bit high, but should be able to react quicker. Just taking that one on the drop. That's the roach. Oh, I think this must be a perch again. Yeah, it is. There we are. So it's 2 perch and 10 roach so far. The roach and the pinky. That's on. And the perch. There's a longer wait. Yeah, the perch. I'm just taking that down. There wasn't any indications before it went under. I think I cut the line on that one, so I've damaged his mouth. Roach. But it's 4 o'clock now, and I decided to call it a day because the light's fading and I want to pack up before it gets dark. I arrived at 1 o'clock, so I've been fishing for about 2.5 hours, and in that time I've caught 12 roach and 4 perch, all small but all good fun on this light Waggler rod setup. So it's been good fun. I'll do a separate video summarising my 12 months on Upper Tamar, a bit similar to what I did on my Lower Tamar video. But yeah, I've definitely got more out of it than I did on Lower Tamar, and I've had some good sessions here. Although it's all a steep learning curve, there's plenty of bites to be had while you're learning on this lake. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon.